Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another garden tour. It's very windy today, so I'm sorry if the audio is a little bit weird. It has been pouring rain here for the last 3 days and quite chilly following a full week of a heat wave. So the weather has been all over the place. I'm ready to be finally getting outside after spending days inside the house and check on my garden, see how everything is doing. I will insert a picture. Last night I was able to pull 3 decent sized carrots. My children are arguing with each other over the outdoor toys. It's the very beginning of July. I'm very excited for the next 2 months of summer to see what else I'll be able to grow in my garden. Things are happening. I see some blooms finally. Let's head over there and I'll show you. All right, so here is, I guess, raised bed number 2 with 4 tomatoes and 4 peppers. This tomato has finally started growing again. It was very stunted following being transplanted. It didn't grow for like 3 weeks. Clearly I need to come in and do some weeding, but I haven't had a chance yet. But the other 3 are doing amazing. They are looking so huge, and this guy finally has some blooms on it, which makes me very excited. I can't believe how tall these have gotten. I did put on these tomato cages. I only had 6. So I think I'm going to try and source out some more. I'm assuming they're all going to be sold out because of the time of year, but we shall see. I just keep trying to kind of help them use it as a bit more of support. Again, this one's looking great. And then the 4 peppers seem to be having some pest damage. I've picked off some bugs and stuff from these every couple of days, but in the center here, there are things happening. Peppers have a very long time to grow, so I'm hoping I can maybe get some small green peppers from these before the end of the season. Moving over to this side, I pulled out the spinach because it had all bolted and put in another pepper plant that I had started inside. The lettuce is looking worse for wear after all that rain. I will try and harvest and use this week. It's looking more like a lettuce tree now. This is a weed. I just need to spend some time doing some weeding in here. And then the cabbage actually looks like it loved the rain and the cooler weather here. It has grown a ton over the last few days. My kale seems to be doing pretty well. Again, they're kind of ending up more like trees at this point. I don't know if that's because of the heat or not. I went through and harvested the carrots that were here. So now I need to think about what I can put in its place during this time of year because I have no idea. My beets still just are not doing great. Oh, now I'm making a big shadow. I don't really know what to do with them. If I should just pull them out and try again in the fall, I don't know. This bean plant has grown a ton. Again, they're getting some pest damage. I saw on a Facebook group this trick with the toilet paper rolls, but I literally dug a slug out of here last night and it's still like completely wrecked that bean and this poor guy here. I'll have to pull that out and try again. And we have some more radishes spread throughout here and more beans. We scattered beans throughout here as well as some peas over here. But I don't really know what's peas and what's weeds along the back here. Which is frustrating. So I guess I'm gonna have to just leave it alone until I can for sure distinguish between the two. The lilies part of our garden, or our yard, I guess, they loved the rain as well. They're all starting to open up. More lilies over here. And then here is our pumpkin patch. Look how big these have gotten. There's 2 plants there and then 2 plants up on this hill. They do get dappled sunlight and more sun later in the afternoon. It's still quite early in the morning right now. Up here on the deck, I have more lettuce. This is what I've been harvesting off of the most, which is why it looks a little worse for wear. Seems like a spider has made its home in with my peas. Again, I just harvested a couple of these last night. I'm just starting to harden off 2 more tomato plants. They were getting very leggy inside. I don't even know where I can put them, but I decided to start trying to harden them off. And then my dad brought us a strawberry plant, one that's potted. What? He brought us a potted strawberry plant, which a cute little chipmunk ate, or a squirrel, I don't know, ate all of them out of there. And then in these 2 pots, I have the last of the pepper plants that I started inside, and Wyatt also planted 1 tomato seed. We'll see if anything grows in there. Here at this side fence off the driveway, the poor peonies did not like all the rain we got. They just kind of exploded all over the place. But the sunflowers I had planted in between seem to be doing really well, except for that one. I think they'll look really nice once they get bigger and are taller than the fence. Our rhubarb never really seemed to bounce back after harvesting some like I thought it would. So one thing I wanted to show you guys, little backstory, because lumber is so ridiculously expensive right now, I couldn't justify going and buying lumber. So to build this, Jeremy just went, my husband, back into the woods behind our house and found some really skinny trees to build the posts for this 7 or 8 foot tall fence so the deer didn't get it, basically. But he pounded some of these in. So far they seem to have grown roots and are still alive. How incredible is this? How amazing would it look if those continued to grow and this was like a living fence? I'm so excited about that. It happened to 3 of these posts. Look at all that new growth on them. That's crazy. Okay, now moving into the big garden. Again, I know this is a weedy mess. It's just grass that is growing rampant in here, but I do weed around what I've planted more carefully. So this is butternut squash. There are 2 plants in there. That's what the package directions said to do.
So tall. Look.
This is Wyatt's sunflower that he planted. Do you want to stand beside it so they can see how tall it is? It's getting pretty tall.
It was from here.
Yeah.
Now it got to my yard.
Wow.
See that red part? That was when it was here.
Mm-hmm.
And now, and that is when it goes to here.
Okay, and I transplanted out all these tiny little tomato starts I had in the house. I really don't have any expectations about these surviving, but they weren't really growing anymore in the red solo cups, so I just wanted to get them outside and be able to turn my grow light off, basically, because it had been going for so long. This lettuce never really did anything. I planted it months ago and it's still like the same size, so I'm going to tear that out and put something else there. Maybe one of those other tomato plants I'm hardening off that do look much better. and just clear out this area for that. My little carrot patch is looking good, but again, I know the weeds are ridiculous, and if I was a good beginner gardening YouTuber, whatever, I would weed before filming these, but this is just real life with the 3 kids and it being summer break. It hasn't gotten done. My peas have been doing amazing. Almost every day we're able to come out and get more. There's still really good new growth happening on the top here, though the bottom is looking pretty bad. Next year I will at least know better to trellis this more upright because they have leaned all the way to the fence. I don't know if this is a better view. To trellis up it. I thought I had a different variety than what I actually have, so this is what has happened. Look at these peas. Come on guys, you want one?
Can I open that one?
Yep. Come see. Do you want to eat one? Emmett, come get a pea.
Do I just rip them off? I'll take one.
Okay, pick which one you would like.
Where is one? I'll get that big one.
You don't need to open it, you can just bite it. Yeah, you can bite the whole thing.
Yum. Crunchy.
Did you bite it, Wyatt? Just
Bite it. You can eat the whole thing.
yeah. See?
Don't like it.
Well, don't throw it in the dirt. Emmett, do you want to try?
Want some peas?
Mama grew this in the garden. Come in here. So you guys stay in there. Here, Emmett.
Eat it. Go with this.
This cabbage here does not look good. This was the first one I planted and I don't really know what's wrong with it. And those beans are looking all right, but not great. We have more of those teeny little tomato starts over here. Again, I have no expectations with those. One cucumber has popped up and there was a second one here in this weeded patch, but it looks like a critter must have gotten it because it's nowheres to be seen. And then we have the wild strawberries here, and then this is a zucchini.
Mom.
And another zucchini right there. I'm hoping that they grow.
Look at this one through that.
2 more teeny little tomato plants. I did walk right through right here and I was very careful not to step on my cucumber or strawberries.
Oh, I can do that. Say, doink, doink, doink.
Okay. More wild strawberries, and then these are strawberries that my dad brought to us along with the potted one. And there are some berries growing on here. So it wasn't really transplanted in here the best. Max didn't dig quite a big enough hole, but this ground is super hard. But they seem to be doing much better now that they are out of the pot that they were in. And they seem to be doing fine if we have strawberries on them. Oh, and I forgot to give a blueberry update. They are getting bigger. There is a ton on this bush in particular.
There is some on here.
Yeah.
Mom.
And this one's not doing nearly as good as the other ones. I don't know if this needs to be pruned or what. It looks very crowded. Again, I don't know what I'm doing.
I see big ones.
You see big ones? Where?
Yeah, look, everywhere.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to turn blue.
Because I like big ones and small ones.
Lastly, here by the shed in this garden, I had planted those giant sunflowers sporadically through. I thought they would look really nice against the shed because, again, I got the giant variety and something has eaten off every single one. I don't see any of the sunflowers I planted. So that's disappointing. Why your sunflowers didn't survive over here?
Why?
I don't know why. They're gone. Maybe something ate them.
What one? Sunflower seed?
That's not a sunflower, but it is a cute little flower.
No, what is this?
I have no idea. If you guys know, let me know what kind of plant these are. Those look cool.
Yeah, they look like point killers.
Point killers. That's great. So that was everything for my full garden tour for the beginning of July. Things are happening and I'm so excited about it. Again, sorry for the wind and the loud car. I know my gardens are a mess right now. We're not even in that season of everything growing so crazy it's hard to keep up with. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that, but just with it being full on pouring rain for the last 3 days and then the 3 kids are all home for summer break, it's just been a lot and I haven't been able to get into the garden to do the weeding, especially this big one. I feel like the raised beds are a lot easier for me. When I just check on things, I spend 5 minutes just pulling weeds to maintain it a bit better. But this has just gotten so overwhelming and out of control. I don't even know where to begin. Even when planting those tiny little tomato seedlings that probably won't survive, but they weren't doing well in the house either. I just weeded like the area that I needed to dig up and then like briefly around that to get them in the ground and just move along with my day because we're just so busy. The 3 boys are so busy and crazy. They keep me on my toes. Hopefully I will get some produce out of this garden by the end of the summer. That would make me so happy. Again, as I always say in these videos, this is my very first vegetable garden. If you have any tips, tricks, advice for me, I would love to hear it. I'm trying to learn as much as possible, and I certainly don't know what I'm doing right now. So if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.